Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the Spittin podcast. We are your hosts, Jay Hype and Reflex.
What up?
Welcome, everybody. Today is going to be somewhat of a different episode. Um, First and foremost, I want to start off by sending out my prayers to all the families up in Uvalde, Texas. Um, about 6 hours ago today in the after Tuesday in the afternoon. Today is May 24th, 2022. There was a school shooting at an elementary. Um right now what CNN is reporting is that at least 19 children and two adults were killed in the shooting.
Damn.
Um Also the suspect who 18-year-old was shot. We're not going to talk about that person as much, but it was also reported too that before the shooting, he murdered his grandma before the shooting. Um, they're also saying that I guess after he did that, he was on the run or something. Cops were already looking for him, spotted him, and I guess there was like a pursuit, and he crashed. I guess he crashed right by the school or behind the school, and I think there was like another like a senior home too around there. They were all getting out to check up on him to see if he was okay. Because I mean, you're there, you're outside, whatever, and you see somebody crash, you're thinking, hey, are you okay? And then he jumps out of the truck, runs, and just starts shooting. There's also reports that they said that some kids, or I think one, saw him running through cars and stuff, and like just you know, it's a sad day for Texas, but it's also a sad day for America because I heard that there was also a shooting yesterday.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah, I think it was in Buffalo, and that's two shootings in 2 days in 1 week.
Another shooting in Buffalo?
Yeah, I think there was a shooting in Buffalo yesterday.
What was that? The grocery store one? The
Yeah, the grocery store one.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that was like last week.
yeah.
So it's I
Melly,
mean
hey, thank you, Melly, for joining.
it's been like I think a week. It's been a week for sure since the shooting. It happened over the
Oh, okay,
weekend, like a week
okay.
ago.
I thought it was yesterday. But like I said, it's a sad day, and I just wanted to send my prayers and everything, and my respects to all the families out there in Texas, and just say like a change needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. And I know that a lot of people, like myself and other people that see stuff like this online that doesn't, that is not there and everything, say when they see a post like that change needs to happen, something needs to happen, and we all we can say is that. But I really, really feel like there's something needs to be done, especially in Texas, because I heard that their gun laws are so like not as strict as anywhere else. Like they literally changed the age from 21 to 18
To own a gun.
to owning a gun.
Yeah, it's an open carry state.
It's an open carry state, and like, like how many more like people need to die in order for you to like do something? You know,
Not sure, bro.
President Biden also went on and did a press conference and was saying that why is it that we're the only country in the world that suffers from this? Why
Not
no
really.
other? Well, think about it. Yes, we have more mass shootings than anybody else.
That could be true, or
You
that could
know,
be like we have the most mass shootings reported.
true, but
'Cause if you really think about it, fucking in Mexico, fools are blasting all over the place.
yeah, but that's
You got shootouts in like hotel zones and
yeah, that's
airports and shit. So they're happening in bunches and shit. Just
yeah, and that's all like
it's a
with the
different game though,
cartel.
for sure. It's a different ball game. I mean, we're talking about kids compared
We're
to
talking about
like
kids.
cartels and shit. You know?
Car- Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like we're talking about cartels and drug over there, and here it's schools. I think it's school shootings is where it happens more here in America than anywhere else.
Yeah, bro. This is for sure something to think about. I think about that a lot now that I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, bro, do I really want to have them in school? One, do I really want to have them in school? My wife's talking about homeschooling my children.
Yeah.
I don't want that because I want my children to experience like the school experience, you know? But then it sucks, bro, because you think about shit like this and all it takes is one kid, bro, to think he's hot shit and do some crazy shit, you know? Some stupid ass fool who's fucking 18 years old wants to go to an elementary school, kill kids. The fuck do you need to kill kids for, bro?
Yeah.
Off
Like
limits, bro. Kids are off limits. Don't touch those.
kids are off limits, but like why? Like why elementary schools? You know, like when I first heard about it, I thought I thought he did it at his high school. Um, that was my first thing. I was like, oh, he probably, he, killed his grandma, went to his high school, and then, because that's how usually school shootings are. It's
Right.
always the kid that gets bullied or something, and then they go and. But this one, of because he crashed his truck by this elementary and decided, hey, I'm gonna go in there and end these kids' lives.
Get closer to the mic, Jay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sounded real far away.
Oh, sorry. I just didn't want to bring the mic. How about now? Are we good? Not too loud.
Yeah, now you're good. You sound cool.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know. Like, I know some parents are gonna be like, "Well, I'm from now on, I'm gonna put my kids in homeschool," and I mean, I don't blame them.
Nah, bro, for sure.
I
Like,
would do this. I would do the same thing. I mean, Destiny's in high school right now, and
has she experienced anything?
um,
Did you
you know
did you
what?
experience bullying growing up?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah, I did.
At one point, did you ever think about fucking doing some crazy shit?
Never.
No.
No, no, never. I don't know. I didn't. I never like thought of that. I was just like, I was all like, oh, they'll get their karma or whatever, you know.
You never thought like I'll be the karma. It's coming through me, homie.
Nah, I could never think of that. And even if it did like cross my mind, like I was like, no, I can't do it. It's I don't know how to explain it without saying the wrong things, you know.
Say whatever you need to say, dog. Nothing's really wrong, homie. You're the one that experienced it. It's your
Like,
experience.
I don't know. Like, I did want to like get my revenge on the bullies, you know. I did,
Okay.
but I don't know. I just it was for me. I think it was more like, oh, I want to get revenge on them and stuff like that, but didn't actually do it. It was just like all talk.
Did you ever fucking like plan anything out? Like, oh, I'm gonna catch these fools at the park, and it's on.
Hell no, because I was scrawny, bro. If I tried that shit, I'm getting stomped out.
So I'm gonna get my homies. I'm gonna call flex.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you did fuck up a couple bullies for you know, but yeah, no, never crossed my mind where like, oh, I'm gonna go and see if my dad or somebody has a gun, take it, and then put it in my backpack, and then come to school and like, what's up now? No,
Yeah,
no,
man.
because I
I
never.
never.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I never put myself in that position of doing that. I always put myself in the position that someone else is doing it and I'm there.
At school.
Yeah.
So you did when you were in school.
When I was in school or just like even a little bit after school too, like I always like I never thought like I never like said like, "Oh, I'm going to do it." It was always like someone else who probably like saw the bullying or and also was getting bullied that they were going to do it and that I was going to be at school while that was happening.
You thought you were gonna be in a school shooting
Yeah.
when you were in school.
Yeah.
Wow.
You never did?
Never.
I mean, maybe it's because of the school we you
No,
know we
it's the difference too. I never thought a bullied kid would
mhm
come to school and get and shoot. I never thought like I would be involved in a school shooting because of
mhm
a bullied kid. I thought I'll be in a school shooting because of gangs
yeah.
for sure. I always thought like, yeah, even
Well,
then,
yeah, because where we went to school and all that, but
yeah, obviously, and even then, bro, I knew cats that went to school strapped, bro.
yeah,
You know, from when we started ninth grade all the way to senior year, bro. Like at least 1 year, bro, I saw a gun in a backpack.
yeah.
You
No,
know, so I knew
I
fools that were strapped and shit. But I mean, I even then, bro, even knowing that there's fools that are strapped, I never once thought that fool's gonna blast the school.
mm,
Never.
mhm,
I was like, oh, this fool's gonna catch whoever needs to catch slipping outside of school, like right after school. But it's not gonna happen in here, fool. This fool's not gonna walk down the halls and blast me.
yeah.
That's crazy, bro. It's weird. Why would you think
No,
that? Like because of what you experienced and stuff?
I think what I
Because you experienced
experienced,
different than I experienced for sure, bro.
yeah, yeah. It was because what I experienced, and I don't know if like whoever else was around me besides you that saw that I was getting bullied and was also getting bullied. That I
Mm.
don't know, but that always crossed my mind, especially after the Columbine one. Um, that's when I was like, could it happen here? What if it happened here? What if somebody that saw that I was getting bullied and also was getting bullied by that person said, you know what, fuck this,
Yeah.
and came to the school strapped and just started shooting. But I feel like if that were to happen, most of us would be like, oh, Pacoima and Sanford are going at it again, you know?
Hmm.
And then we would realize, oh shit, no, someone's fucking walking down the halls and just blasting everybody.
It's crazy, huh? That we have to deal
Yeah,
with that shit. That's just funny.
yeah. Two
Not
different
funny,
points
but
of view.
it's just
Yeah.
fucked up that we think like that. Yeah, bro. I mean,
But yeah, I would always put myself in that position that like I was there while that was happening. And I hated it. I never want to relive that. I never well not relive it, but like never want to be there, you know?
I never thought. Well, yeah, I never you. I never thought you would you would do something crazy like that.
Now, I was just gonna ask you, did you guys ever thought I would? I
No,
know
I didn't think you would
I
do something like
I
wild like that, where you would like blast the school up.
uh-huh.
Um, but I do think that it drove you to do take the decisions that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Like leave school early and all that. I think it was
Yeah.
because of all that bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know like it's bad to say, but I remember we would joke about it or like, you know, like say like, "Hey, watch what you say to Jay. He's going to come back and fucking, you
Yeah,
know."
I remember saying that shit at a fucking McDonald's one time, or either McDonald's or Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
I remember,
somewhere.
yeah, I remember saying that shit to somebody. I was like, "Hey, if we better watch out with Jeff, who's gonna come back and blast you, motherfuckers? Not me. I'm chilling, but you fools are done, homie. If you don't stop fucking with them."
Yeah.
And everyone just starts laughing and shit. But Yeah, bro. I mean, it's real, dog. That shit is real. People get bullied and then they come back and they do some shit like that, bro. But again, bro, I think not once did you ever think like, I'm gonna hurt kids, like
No.
elementary school kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like, you gotta be a real piece of shit to do that shit, dog. To think
Oh,
about hurting children,
yeah.
you're a low
Children that
life.
don't know you and you don't know them.
Nothing, bro. They had nothing
Like
to do with whatever
nothing.
you're going through, homie.
Exactly.
But yeah, bro. There, Texas is a little weird, dog. It is a little wild out there. They are open carry state. A report came out not too long ago where um gun, how would you call it, uh firearms were the leading reason of young adults deaths, bro. So the young men, to be honest,
Hmm.
between the ages of like 18 and I think it was like 30 or 25,
Okay.
it was the leading cause of their deaths, bro. Was gun violence. There we go, gun violence and shit,
Gun
right?
violence. Okay.
And yeah, bro. I mean, gun control. How do we control guns, bro? America loves guns, bro. You have a gun, Jen?
No, but I remember there's an episode out there that with me saying that I did plan on getting one, for safety and all that.
Why would you want a gun? Vegas is in a carry state too, bro.
Vegas is a carry state.
Nevada
Um,
is a carry state to a certain extent, but
it's
I mean it is.
yeah, it's safety, but it wouldn't be like where I would everywhere I would go, I'd have it with me, It would be here in a gun case, and if somebody tried to break it, because there's break-ins sometimes here.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm always gonna fucking take it out and shit, but just in case. But now I'm in that. Do I really want one? Because what if I always have that feeling in the back of my mind that what if what if someone breaks into my house, my apartment, gets into my case, steals the gun, and then I hear that that person shot and killed a bunch of people
Yeah, bro.
with my
That's what
gun.
you gotta
With
report. If they steal your guns, you gotta report that shit fast.
No, I know. Yeah, you report it and all that stuff, but then you report it, but then that still happens. Like the feeling you would get, you know, knowing that like someone stole your gun and went and did that shit and went and rob whatever they do, but they murdered somebody with your gun. You're like fuck, Yeah, they stole it. Yeah, whatever. But that was your gun. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Uh,
Nah, I mean, I have
me-
gun.
yeah.
I bought them specific. Here's the crazy part. Fucking, I have guns now,
Hmm.
legally, I guess you can say. But that's just because I have a family, bro. I have family. I have kids. I fucking, God forbid anyone ever enters my house, bro. You're not leaving this house.
Yeah.
You know what
Melly
I'm saying?
says
That's the
one of my
main reason. But you remember when we were young? Fool, I used to drive around. Fucking, we used to fucking have a gun under the seat or some
oh
shit.
yeah, yeah, I
And I
remember.
stopped that bullshit. Like, I think like at 19, I think.
Hmm.
And then I had no gun for the longest time, and then just recent I bought another one. And shit, it's crazy, bro. I think is I was a teenager, bro, and I was driving around like that just because we knew that we needed it, you know. But that was again, that's the area that we lived in, you know.
Yeah. Melly says
And
one of my
fucking,
brothers lives in Vegas and stays strapped. So he
gotta
always
stay.
has it. He always carries it with him, or does he like just have it under his seat of his in his car or
I mean,
something?
in Vegas, fool. If I was in Vegas, I'm driving around with that shit. That shit
Oh
is
yeah. Remember I told you me and Heather have gone to Walmart and I've seen people with like right there have the
yeah.
holster and shit full strap. Um. So when we had it under the seat and stuff back in the days, right?
Hmm.
Did it ever cross your mind of oh, someone really disrespected you the wrong way or something when you were out and your face
Nah,
is like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking pull this and boom,
nah, nah. And I thank God, dog. I thank God I
everywhere.
was
Okay.
pretty level headed where I was like, I'm not just pulling this shit out just to pull it out, you know? Because
Yeah.
again, if you're pulling out a gun somewhere, you better use that shit, dog. 'Cause people don't take that shit lightly, homie. The main
No, they
reason why I
don't.
did it was just because of just the area that we were in and just the shit that we were doing, you know, like we were out in the
Mhm.
streets pretty late because of DJing and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And
Yeah.
God
You're right.
forbid, like we're in an 89 Toyota, little old ass Toyota, dog, with with the bag full of fucking expensive ass DJ equipment. Like, fool, I
Yeah.
for sure like always thought like, damn, they're gonna run up on us on Laura Canyon and fucking remember they didn't rob us, but remember they pulled up to us and they were like, "What's up?" And we're like, "What's up?" I was like,
Mhm.
"Fuck, these fools are gonna fucking rob us." And then they wanted to race. They wanted to race that
Yeah.
big ass truck
Mhm.
like that. So I've always pictured something like that. And then
Mhm.
someone's like, "Give me everything you got in this fucking truck, or even take the truck," you know.
Yeah.
But thank God nothing ever happened. But for sure, bro, I never thought like just because someone disrespected me out on the street, looked at me nasty or any of that shit, like I was gonna pull out a strap and fucking just wave it. Nah, bro. That
Mhm.
was specifically just if we ever got robbed or if anyone dumped on us from a distance or whatever, like I was there, dog. Like
Yeah.
one of us was gonna live, dog. Both of us weren't gonna die. That's for sure.
Mhm.
We weren't
Mhm.
we weren't both gonna sit in fucking on Lower Canyon and Paxton and be dead, you know? Nah,
Yeah.
one of
No.
us was gonna be able to get away and fucking tell a story, but that was just the way it was, bro. Up until like I was maybe 19 or 20, fool, and I was like, nah. But you know why too? Because
Mm.
I was driving further now. I was going like I was visiting my lady in LA, and I
Mm.
was like, fuck that. I should have actually been driving with it around there, but now I really just thought like, man, God forbid I get fucking pulled over and it's a wrap, you know.
Yeah. True. You're
And
going
on
in
top
for
of
a
that, I
gun
mean,
charge.
I had my new truck after that. I knew that I can run away with my new truck and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy the lifestyle that you kind of put yourself, you accustom yourself to,
Mhm.
But yeah, bro, I never, I know. I'm telling you again, I know a gang of cats, bro. I know a gang of. We were all riding around like that.
Yeah.
Some of us were really dumping like that and shit, and some of us are not. Some of us were just chilling and shit. I remember we were at a party one time, and the cops came and raided the house and shit.
Mhm.
Well, they raided the party,
Mhm.
and a bunch of fools fucking put their straps in the barbecue. I don't know if you remember that.
I heard about it, but yeah, no, I don't think I remember.
Bunch of fools, dog. The cops showed up, so these fools were all just leaving their fucking straps in the barbecue, like in the barbecue fucking the grill.
Yeah. Yeah. The grill.
They
Uh-huh.
were just opening the grill, food, dumping that shit, and putting it back in. Those fools dipped out, and then they came back later and got it. I was like, "Fuck, yo!" Like that was really one time where I was like, "Damn, everyone in this party, we probably should be searching everyone a little bit more." You know, and it's crazy too because we had a gang of parties full. None of them really got shot up like that. None of them really did get shot up. None of them got shot up.
No.
But
I
yeah,
think that
bro.
was the difference. I think it's because in our area there was more gang violence there.
You know what? I always
Do you,
did think that it was impossible, or not impossible, but the chances of someone coming to our school and blasting it
yeah,
were very slim because everyone had guns, homie.
because everybody grew up in gangs
Everyone
or
grew up and
having
it was like, fool, if you
yeah,
walk into school, I don't think you're making it out.
no,
That was just the way that I thought, and that's kind of how I think with like, well, I thought, bro, but I thought like if California were to be an open carry state, it would be safer. We would have nothing like that,
but see that's the thing. Texas is like that, and now look what
Yeah.
just happened.
So Texas proves me wrong.
Yeah,
Again, bro, like my cousin Maribel said, gun control. But how do you control guns, dog? How
how
do you
do you
control guns in a country where they love them, bro?
exactly,
They love
especially
guns, homie. How do you control them?
especially in states like Texas, and in the Midwest, in the South. How do you do it with them so big with guns
I'm not sure, bro.
and dangerous? Like,
I mean, every time something like this happens, this topic comes up. Gun control, gun control. But how do you control
yeah,
guns, bro?
how do you?
What do you
Chat, we
do?
wanna we wanna know your guys' opinion on it. Like, what do you guys think?
What's an idea you guys have? Like,
Mm-hmm.
go through evaluations, increase the limit.
They were
Because look,
saying,
the process right
uh
now is already, it's not that hard, it's not that tedious. But if like if you really wanted a gun, you can get it. You know, you'd go through that process. The process, excuse me, the process right now is you go in and you have to take a gun safety test,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You take it. If you pass it, then you can go and you shop around and you see what gun you want, right? You choose the gun, you pay for it. You still have to wait. I think you have to wait like maybe 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I waited longer because I'm lazy and it took me like a month to go get my gun, but I think it's like a 2 week waiting period, and then you come back. But then you come back with like paperwork. Fool, you come back, you have to come back with an ID. You have to
Mm-hmm.
come back with proof of residency, like or proof of address. You know, like the
Yeah.
address that you have on your driver license better match
Yeah.
like your they ask you for like a car registration or a phone or a bill
Okay.
that's attached to that address, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that you sign all these forms, you know. Again, it's not that hard, it's not a hard process, but it takes time, you know. And I think they
Yeah.
do that right now because it's like fuck it, you know. um you're gonna put a deposit for this gun and then take 2 weeks. Maybe in 2 weeks you don't want this gun no more, you know.
True.
Like, clear your head. If maybe you're buying a gun to be mad or you're angry right now, that's what it is, right? But
Yeah.
that's what it is right now. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
like what how can we control it, bro? Should we control the amount of guns that you can own?
N- So my thing, what I think they should do is an extensive background check, but also take like a mental health kind of course or something,
Mm-hmm.
like something where they like an evaluation basically of your mental health, just to see if you're like stable enough to have a gun, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I think something like that. But then I'm also thinking like if they stricken up the rules for guns, you can still go in the black market or up in the hood and be like, "Yo, I need a fucking gun with the fucking seal,
Fool, that's how I was
scratched
able to
off."
get a gun at 16.
That's what I'm saying though.
At 16, I didn't go through any of that, bro. I really just went to someone. I
That's
was like,
fact.
I know you got one, bro. And they're like, yeah, I got one. And is it clean? That was for sure. That was always my thing. Like, or is it
Yeah, is it
clean?
clean?
You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to fucking get caught with bodies on it and shit, and then you go to jail forever. But
Exactly.
yeah, it's clean. I mean, that's what they tell you. The numbers are scratched or whatever and shit. But um, yeah, bro. I mean, again, you're right. It's not hard. I mean, I guess the argument with people that love guns is like, what are you gonna tell the bad guys, bro? Like, you're gonna go through all these. You want a mental evaluation, but fool, you can go to the hood and grab one, and then you're the one that's restricted without getting one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do there? You know, it's a back and forth type of battle and shit.
It really is, and I think that's why nothing has been done. Is because of this, because they know that if they stricken up the rules, then you're gonna have all these like people going to the black market, going in the hood and trying to get guns and all this shit. You know,
How do you feel about teachers being strapped? Should teachers be strapped?
I think they should.
You're okay with with your kindergarten, your son's or your daughter's kindergarten teacher being strapped?
I mean that right.
What if
That's
she
where
goes? What if
that's
she goes through a mental breakdown?
yeah. See, that's the argument right there. It's just like, okay, if you're gonna give guns to teachers, where do you give guns to? Like, and then you can't say like, oh, just give it to the teachers in high school. Well, what just happened today?
It was in
And it wasn't
elementary
and
school.
it was in elementary school. It wasn't in a high school. And also too, what if what if um what if the teacher has a mental breakdown and just fucking or what if the student goes into that teacher's classroom? Because how many times did we fucking go into our teacher's classroom and just fucking kick it there, whether they were there or they weren't there,
Yeah, we were in that bitch a lot.
right?
Like we were, yeah.
Yeah. What if one of the students goes in there? because they're cool with the teacher or whatnot, grabs a gun and starts fucking waving it around, and then boom, it goes off.
I mean, yeah.
The,
Yeah, I don't know.
the,
I
so
don't I mean,
it's like it's 50-50. It's like, yeah, you want to say yeah for just in case, but then the argument comes. Okay, well, what if that teacher has a a mental breakdown because of the students or because of something outside of the school that they're dealing with their own personal shit, and
yeah,
then
bro. Like, what if they come with like a shitty day, bro, and then little Johnny pisses her off. Bam, homie.
yeah, we're not even that.
She
It's just
blasts little Johnny just because that fool made a joke or some shit. I mean,
or
there's a gang of shit, dog.
there's a
That just
gang of stuff. Yeah,
you know what? There's
exactly.
one thing that I failed to mention. We
Mm.
had school police.
Do you think they should add more school police, like have a heavy presence of them?
Hmm?
Do you think we should have a heavy presence of them or what?
I mean, we did, bro. We had a gang of. We had like at least 6 cops at our school, bro.
Yeah,
It was like 2 patrols and then like two on the ground.
my bro and his wife have at least a dozen
Yeah,
firearms.
so okay, like that. They
Mm-hmm.
have a dozen firearms, bro.
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna control guns when there's families like that have already 12 guns, dog? I've seen people with more.
Yeah.
How are we gonna control those guns? We can't control guns anymore. I think it's too late for that. Gun control is. I mean, you can maybe start and be like, okay, from this point forward, but fool, the guns are already out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to focus on like how are we gonna keep them safe already? Man, it sucks that we have to talk about this shit, bro. How are we gonna
It really does. But I mean,
with the like? Fuck. When it's time for me to enroll my son into school, bro, one of my questions is gonna be like, what do you do to keep your kids safe here?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you can't do anything. I feel like there's nothing that can be done about the people who already have their firearms and all that, right? There's nothing you can do about that. Um, but maybe for somebody, if they want to get more guns or get a gun or something, I think that's where you do it, because you really can't do anything about people who already have a shit ton of guns. What are you gonna do? Tell them, hey, we're gonna take half of your fucking guns away. They're
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah, bro.
no.
You can't tell a family that has guns already that we're gonna
I
take your
have two
firearms
homes,
away. You're
two in
not
each
gonna do that
house.
shit.
Yeah, you're not.
They did that to us.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, bro. My dad did some things. He was trying to sell a gun back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was trying to sell a gun, and one of the dudes that was a potential buyer told my dad, "Well, let me hear it. Let me shoot. Let me hear how it pops."
Yeah.
And my dad, in his backyard of his own home, fucking did it. Right? I think he popped off like two on the ground.
Jeez.
And the cops fucking came, bro. Swarmed the house. We weren't there, bro. We were like in LA in Los Callejones and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we got home and the fucking cops had blocked off the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they had blocked off the block of the street, right? They blocked off the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we pulled up to the alley, because we remember how we used to pull up through the alley.
Oh yeah.
When we pulled up through the alley, like the cops was like, "What do you want?" My wife's like, "Oh, I live in this house," and then she's like, "Show the ID." My mom showed the ID, and they were like, "Oh fuck!" And they drove my mom like we drove into our own alley to our own backyard. We drove in there with like at least 2 squad cars behind my mom.
Wow.
And when we got in there and shit, they fucking were walking my dad out, and they tried to put him on some bullshit charges and shit. But they told him like what part of his agreement was if he got rid of his guns, all that
Uh-huh.
gets wiped off. You don't have to do no time. You don't have to do any of that shit. Just get rid of his guns. I think at that time there was like get rid of your gun program.
Oh yeah. I remember
And at the
that.
time he had two and shit. They were nice guns, bro. He had really, really nice guns and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
he got rid of them so he didn't have to do any time. And I don't think it affected his record.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, fool, like maybe I don't know, something if you get caught with a gun like that, you fuck up. Okay, then destroy your guns, homie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one thing they can. I don't know if they still do that. I don't know. I
I
remember
mean,
back in the '90s, it was like
uh-huh.
that. Like they had those programs come turn in your guns for some kind of bonus or some kind of prize or whatever, a gift.
Do you feel like they should do something like that? Like, hey, if you turn in some of your guns, we'll clear whatever record you have, or you know,
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
right? Just like
Hey, if you
some,
turn
just
in,
something
if you
like that.
turn in, well, if you have a family member in jail, we'll give them less years.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn, imagine, fuck no.
No,
People will have a fit, dog.
you think so?
Yeah,
Why do you say that?
because bro, like, what if you have a family member that's in jail and they're doing life because they did the actual thing? Like, let's say they did the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this thing like, okay, fucking, let's say they give them 25, right?
Yeah.
And, okay, we gave them 25 to life, a family member of yours.
Mm-hmm.
But if you turn in this gun, we'll get rid of the life and keep him at 25. You can do 25 and then he'll come back at. You see what I'm saying? I'll turn in all my shit to give my cousin less time. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna have like,
Yeah,
you
I don't
know,
know. I'll turn in all our
maybe it
shit
could
to
work,
give
dog, but you'll have a gang of fools outside of
my last
jail.
time. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. See, Melly says I'll turn in all my shit to give my cousins less time.
You know what I mean? Maybe it could work, Jay. Maybe we're onto something.
Maybe it could work, but I mean, like, if it's
But
something where if it's something where like they murdered somebody, are you really gonna like be like, hey, I'm gonna turn in this gun so my fucking cousin gets less time for murdering somebody? I
I
don't know
mean,
about that.
that's just us talking shit. Who knows how it'll work out? Maybe people who are doing murder bids are fucking excluded from it, but
Yeah, like if it was like a drug charge or
they got
something,
some
then like,
drug
hey,
charges. Yeah, maybe.
yeah, or a ticket or something like that.
Who
But yeah,
knows,
if
bro? I
it's
really don't. I really don't know if maybe. Nah, I don't. They're not doing anything like that. I just remember they did that to my
no,
dad. They. I
yeah,
remember that was part of his plea or what part of his deal when before he went to court.
mm-hmm,
They did that to him, like, hey, turning your gun, you have to do no time, none of that shit.
yeah,
Because he could have gone done some time for fucking unloading a weapon. Oh, he didn't unload, but he shot a weapon in a residential. That's bad.
mm-hmm, yeah, that's really bad.
Your sister should run for Congress. Fuck no. I have no patience. I can barely deal with traffic. Imagine people. Fuck.
Go run for Congress in Pacoima.
Didn't I just tell you fucking drove around with guns? They'll never vote. They'll never vote for me.
That should be your slogan. Always strapped.
Hey, bro. I believe in that, bro. I believe in always be strapped. Always. It's sad, bro, but yeah. My shit is like stay strapped. Always.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been my thing. It sucks, bro, because it's the world. You know what? After the Buffalo shooting, fucking it was early in the morning. It was in the morning when I woke up and I jumped on Twitter and I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
And I seen it, but there was a video to it. Did you see that video?
I'm not sure if I did. Maybe
No.
I did.
This
I'm not.
the shooter live streamed it on Twitch, but whatever. That's besides the case. I
Oh,
saw
I
that
think I heard
video.
about that. Yeah.
Um,
Hashtag
I saw that
pussy.
shit, bro, and I made the decision right there
Mm-hmm.
that I don't want no more kids. You
That
know, I,
you don't want
if it
more
had, I
kids.
mean, again, that was at that moment right there. I was like, I don't want no kids, bro. I can't bring kids into this world, dog. I can't bring any more kids to this world.
Yeah,
I can't do it, dog. It's just way too much, bro. Like
it really is.
I gotta worry about my kids going to school, and then now this whole fucking thing at school. I haven't looked into it. I have to read it. I have to read into what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro. Like fuck that, bro. I gotta worry about my kids going to elementary school.
Right here,
You
I
know,
thought.
I
Here, I
gotta worry
was
about my kids fucking going to the grocery store. I gotta worry about going to the grocery store. My wife has to worry about going to the grocery store.
movie theater, like anywhere now.
Movie theaters, amusement parks, like
Amusement parks, festivals, concerts.
festivals. Like, bro, come on, homie. Like, for real?
Like, did you hear about what happened at the festival here in Vegas? The not EDC, but Lovers and Friends
Yeah, I heard that security was running around and saying there was an active shooter and everyone freaked out. It was like a stampede. But it's
Stampede.
it's
People
really
people
like
died.
that now, bro. It's really where it's like anyone can run around and fucking say some shit and it'll cause chaos.
Yeah, that's true. And
Um,
and it sucks because like, damn, that's where we've have come to now. Like,
and that's yeah.
you
It
can't say
sucks
shit
that
like
we're
that.
there, bro. It
It
sucks that
really
we're
does.
fucking there.
Yeah.
Um, I remember. I think I mentioned. I don't know where I meant who I mentioned this to, or I texted maybe on a group chat, or I don't know if I said it in person. But I was like, I'm sure all this shit was around when we were younger, bro. Again, we like we said, like we mentioned earlier, bro. We grew up in fucked up environments. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was telling my mom that shit. Where I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I told. Oh, actually, yeah, I was telling my mom that I mentioned it to her. I was like, Mom, I don't think I don't. I think that's it for kids with me. And she's like, Why? And I was like, you know what? Back in the days, given like us, the way we grew up in the neighborhoods that we grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we had to worry about that shit too because of whatever was going on around there, right?
Yeah.
But you can feel comfortable with setting yourself a goal and saying, I can move out of this hood and this thing will no longer persist.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore.
No, it's not.
You can be in the nicest neighborhoods and fools are shooting, like fools are blasting, like it's happening more in
Exactly.
nicer neighborhoods and shit.
Exactly. It's
So it's
not
like,
like it's not like how it was before that if you it only happens in the hood and people and the sucky part too is that people didn't really report it or say anything about it because they were like, ah, it's the hood, you know?
yeah,
And then but now it's like you can go to a fucking Walmart or whatever and it's gonna happen there. You can go you're thinking you're gonna go watch a movie, all of a sudden, boom, schools, nice schools, whatever. It's happening everywhere, and it's just like
yeah, it's
fuck,
happening a
like
lot more. And maybe, I mean, maybe information gets out there more, you know, at a more faster pace. Maybe that's why we're seeing things like that. But still, bro, like, fuck that, dog. It's crazy, yo. Like,
yeah. And then like Heather was saying this that they shouldn't they shouldn't talk about the shooter and how and what happened so much because then someone else can be watching that is going through shit and maybe planning. God forbid they're planning something, but then they pick up from that idea because apparently this motherfucker picked up shit from previous ones, so he had a body armor and everything.
mhm. Yeah,
So
bro. A lot of these things are just like fame. They want to get their fame.
they want to get yeah.
How can they top the last one and shit? It's fucking pathetic. But
It really is because and they're always like, oh, we saw the video of the Columbine and we wanted to fucking top that shit.
I remember Columbine happening. I was super shocked.
Yeah, me too.
We were only in fifth grade, bro.
We were right.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We
We
were
were
in
in
fifth
fifth grade
grade.
when that shit happened, and I remember like just watching the news, and the more the reports came out of it, and I was like, "What? Someone blasted a school?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that before." And granted, bro, that shit was happening right here in our hoods too, though. Fucking Compton was getting school shootings too. They were just it was Compton and shit.
Oh yeah, it happened in '99.
Yep, April '99.
Yeah, April 1999. Yep.
You remember it? You remember Columbine?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like that
remember.
time when it first happened?
I remember waking up and getting ready for school and just watching a little bit on live TV.
Yeah,
And
I
like
think it's
students were
the same.
running out, and I was like, "Oh shit, the fuck!"
Yeah, yeah. I remember watching the news and yeah,
I
same
don't know if I
thing
was on
of everybody.
vacation. I don't know if we were on a
It's
break.
April 20th. I don't think we were
I don't
vacationing.
think so either. I don't think we were on break. I don't think anything. I just remember being home. I do remember
Mm-hmm.
being home and turning on the TV and like watching kids running out of like the lunchroom, or they were already in line and shit.
Yeah.
Like they were evacuating kids at that time.
Yeah, I remember that one. Um, I think the one that I was really watching the news. I think I was watching it all day too. Um, yeah, I was watching it all. I think I remember I was watching it all day, and that one really hit me. It was the Sandy Hook one.
Yeah, the Sandy Hook one was fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, it happened in 2012, and the 10-year anniversary is coming up. Um, yeah, that one was fucked up.
Sandy Hook was 12 years ago? 10 years ago?
10 years ago. Well, 10 years in December. It's gonna be 10 years,
Damn, bro.
right?
Time flies, brother. Time flies.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that one and the Virginia Tech one is the two that I was watching, and I was
I do
like,
remember
fuck.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
It sucks, dog.
it really does.
People can act right.
No,
What do you do now?
what can you do? Like, I mean, you can go protest and let your voice be heard, which is recommended, and and do that. But it's like when you have politicians like that I don't want to say they don't give a shit, but they make it seem like they don't give a shit, and don't do anything about it. It's just like, well, what are you gonna?
It just sucks, though. You get into like this shit gets real political, and then people are like, "Oh, this group wants this one, the other group wants that," and it's like, "Fuck, yo!" Like, just think of other things other than that, bro. Think of how you're gonna protect these kids, bro. How are you?
Yeah, why is it gotta be of one side and and the other?
In reality, I know two people that homeschool their children, bro,
Hmm.
and I've never asked them why they do it, but
Yeah,
I can imagine that that's probably a factor where it's like, fuck that, bro. The way the one bullying's an issue and shit, you know.
yeah,
Because I worry about that shit too, dog. I worry about my son's gonna get bullied in fucking school.
yeah. I've told Destiny too. Like, if you ever get bullied, like, say something, or let us know. Let your mom know. Whoever you feel comfortable telling, let us know.
No, not only that,
Like,
like that
if you
shit
see,
that
if
drive
you,
that shit drives either suicide or that shit drives the other part, you know. And it's like, fuck, yo.
yeah,
I,
for
I would
me,
hate I would hate for
yeah,
my son to get home and fucking think like, "Oh, I need to leave. I need to leave this world." And it's like, the fuck? Oh, cause some little 9-year-old bitch fucking told you some shit.
yeah. But then you can't be like, and some parents, I'm not saying you or or all parents do that, but some parents, when their kid comes up to them and says they're getting bullied, they're like, and they're all depressed and everything, like, really, because some punk kid, like, come on, man up, or whatever, or and I think that makes it worse for those kids, that because they don't want to hear that. They want their parent to, like, go to the school and do something, but then also too, the school doesn't do shit about it. How many kids have that said that they've been bullied and the schools look the other fucking way?
Nah, fuck that. Start
It.
scrapping, homie. That's what I'm telling my son. You getting picked on, you just throw bows.
I mean,
That's it, dog. Throw them hands and shit. You're not gonna get in trouble at home. Just throw them bitches.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's just this. I think about it. I think about that. I have a large family and shit, bro. So that helped me out a lot. Going to school, having the fact that I went to school and I went to school with family around.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying was never really an issue, dog. I mean, I can't really say I was ever getting bullied or ever. I think once
Mm-hmm.
someone tried. I don't know if you remember some big ass fool Raymond.
I think so.
We're like, yeah, I think you had that fool was trying to bully you. I think that fool tried to bully me because I tried to protect you from for that fool bullying you.
Yeah.
And I remember that fool tried like, oh, then I'll mess with you. And I remember I fucking kicked that fool in the chest. I get that fool a Spartan kick, dog. Back the fuck up. And then my cousin Danny was like, I remember my cousin Danny running and shit. We are getting ready to jump this fucking little fucker Raymond and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, nah, fuck no, leave him alone. And after that, he left me alone and shit. That fool was actually my homie after that. But I was like, hey, leave that fool alone. But I think, yeah, bro, for sure. I was like, I tell my sister, I tell my wife, I was like, hey, I'm gonna put my kid into school when with his cousins. Let them go. Let them all go to school. They'll be their own little gang. And then that's one help.
Well, yeah, but also you got to teach them to like not to be the bully, not just don't get bullied, but also don't be the bully. Don't
Yeah, for
antagonize
sure,
anyone.
dog.
Don't like if you see somebody getting bullied, don't don't be part of that, of the bullying.
Yeah, for sure, dog. That's another one too, where I was like,
Step
I
up.
better never get a call from a school or anywhere and say that my kids are being bullies. Like, if you're
Hmm.
being the bully, bro, like I will take you back to school and embarrass your stupid ass.
Yeah.
Just be for the simple fact that you're being an asshole. So
Hmm.
that's yeah, that for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be a that'll be enforced in my house and shit, bro. It's like I better not get a call, bro. Don't be the fucking asshole,
Yeah. No.
because then you will get. I will let people bully you after that,
Oh yeah.
because your mom's gonna go embarrass you.
Hmm.
So
One of us or both of us, but you will get embarrassed
I'll let my
by like.
wife embarrass them. I feel like she can embarrass them a little more.
More than you.
Yeah, bro. All I will do is just I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. I think it's more embarrassing if your mom sits in your fucking. Remember? I don't know if you remember the homie. If this whoever sees this shit, the homie Jose Arce.
Hmm.
If the homie ever sees this shit, bro, I do remember you were acting up in class and your mom came and sat in that class, bro. And we were like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then we're all like, ah, you ain't doing shit now, homie. That fool's a cool cat now, bro. I've run into him in a couple occasions and shit. He's a
Uh-uh.
solid dude now, but yeah, he actually tells me, remember my mom used to be, yeah, if I remember when your mom used to come. I think it's more like if your mom comes and sits in that classroom, it's more embarrassing
Mhm.
than if your dad, bro. Because if your dad walks in there, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you fucked up, homie. It's not even embarrassing. We're kind of scared for you now. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. No, yeah, true.
Like, yeah, bro. You know what, too, bro? It comes down to parenting. Also, parent your fucking kids right, bro.
Yeah.
Raise your kids to be good people, dog, to each other. You know what, too, bro? I was never worried about. Did you? Okay, Jay. Did you really get bullied, bro? Or did you get made fun of? Is that the same thing?
It's the same thing,
Is
bro.
it the same thing?
It's the same thing. Yeah. It's the same thing. I think
'Cause-
so. I don't
yeah,
know.
I
I
mean, hey,
I don't
bro.
know.
Yeah, you
I don't
tell
know.
me how it went, cause I mean,
I don't know. But yes, I to me it was I think of it as it was bullying.
yeah, no one ever physically fucked with you.
Like what?
I don't know. Did anyone
Like
ever touch you? Anyone ever physically? And I'm talking high school because I remember in elementary school, yeah, stupid kids can't keep their hands to themselves.
well, yeah, yeah, like
I
I
do
got
remember
pushed.
fools would
I
always try to
got
grab you and fuck with you, and because you were smaller and scrawnier than them, they would always try to
yeah,
fucking.
I got pushed around and stuff like that in elementary. Middle school was more like I was made fun of, but not that many. I think not that many people would like try to do something, and it was because of you,
Hmm.
because they knew that if they did, then they would have to deal with you
Hmm.
or your cousin or anybody else, right?
Hmm.
So it wasn't no. And then high school, high school was, it was the same. It was more like, yeah, I made fun of, but never like I got pushed around or anything like that.
right? They like you weren't getting fucking yanked into the bathrooms and getting fucked up or anything, right?
No,
But I yeah,
no.
fools were just clowning and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, they were just like always had something to say every time they saw me.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just like that. But no, I never got fucking stuffed in the locker. I never got shoved in the toilet. Nothing like that.
Nothing. No one that was jacking your money or none of that shit.
No, jacking my money. No, and I think it had to do a lot with you and your cousins.
Yeah, fool, I never saw again. You know what? The same thing. Like I never saw anyone really getting fucked with physically,
Mm-hmm.
where they were always getting like, "Hey, fool, give me." I never did, bro. And I like to believe like our school was pretty cool with like us doing that shit. You know, like
Yeah.
we yeah we fucking we would bully kids on other things. Like yeah, we would fucking make fun of you and we'll clown you. We'll take it too far in that point. You know, where people are still
Mm-hmm.
like they're feeling bad,
Yeah.
but we never fucking. And I say we because it's. I mean, I'm including everyone. You know, I'm including
Yeah.
everyone in our class and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
we never really like. There was never a kid that I felt like was getting really fucked with, where he had to run home every day because they were gonna fuck with them. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember any of that shit, dog. At least I
I
never
don't think
saw that
so.
shit. But I do remember fools were just getting out of hand with clowning.
Yeah. I think
And
it
try to
was
do like
I think yeah, I think it was more elementary because I mean the kids didn't fucking know, you know?
yeah, in elementary, I remember you fuck, dog. I remember you running for your life and recess and lunch, bro.
Yeah, because I was scared,
I
bro.
remember, yeah, bro. I remember you running up and down the fucking the basketball courts, and I was like, hey, 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 come over here, don't run no more. And I remember I used to fucking yell whoever was chasing you,
Yeah, there was times I
like,
didn't want
hey,
to go to
fool, leave him
school.
alone and shit. And they'll be like, what? And I was like, just leave him alone, dog. Because you were the new kid, huh? You walked into Haddon
I
at
was a new
second
kid.
grade,
Second grade, yeah, end of second grade.
end of second grade. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember you walking in, and some punk ass fools. I remember that. I remember them fools thinking it was funny to chase you around and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, leave him alone, you punk ass fools. And ever since then,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I had it worse in elementary than middle school and high school.
yeah.
Yeah, because middle school and high school was more just clowning, just like I got made fun of.
And that got to you?
It did. It did. I think it brought up like a little bit of like PTSD because I was like, fuck, that's how it started at elementary. And then I thought like, fuck, this is middle school, this is high school. These are bigger kids, you know?
Mm.
And I was like, damn, this could actually like be like locker, bathrooms and lockers. I think the locker thing didn't really come to mind because we didn't really have lockers, or if we did, they weren't like what we seen on TV. The big lockers with
Yeah,
just
they're
like
big enough for you to be get pushed in there and shit.
exactly. So I think that's why it didn't hit me as much with that. But it was
Mhm.
more like the bathroom. Yeah, that one hit me. That one like crossed my mind. I was like, fuck, maybe I can get stuff in the bathroom or something. And then the maybe just getting put on the spot in front of the class also.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go down?
No, no, I'm saying that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Oh, you never did though.
No, 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 never did. But when I would get clowned on or whatever, I thought that's what it was gonna lead to because it happened to me in elementary of me getting chased, me getting pushed, me getting pulled, something. So that PTSD would kept popping up in my head of like, well, it started like that over there. It's probably gonna, it's gonna get to it, but it didn't. So that was like, okay, cool. But I always had that like feeling in the back of my mind, like, fuck, what if someday somebody just doesn't give a fuck and it's like, come here, you're gonna learn today. So yeah. That's
Yeah, I
why
remember.
I started teaching school and just didn't really couldn't focus in school. Well, that and I don't know, I just couldn't learn. I just felt like I couldn't
You
catch on
couldn't
to it.
learn?
Yeah, I just couldn't. I tried and I couldn't, but it was also because of that. Also, the whole like, I'm getting clowned on, but then what if it gets worse? Good thing it didn't get worse, but what if it did? It was always that what if.
You want to talk about
Hmm?
your high school experience?
I mean, there was some good, but there was some bad. There was I do I regret leaving? Do I regret like dropping out and all that shit? Of course I do.
hmm
Of
Yeah.
course I do. Especially oh 06 going there, like being around there, and all you guys graduating and stuff like that.
So do you
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
remember the day that you decided that you just weren't gonna go back to school?
No, no. I I think the only thing I
Like how did it
remember.
how the fuck okay, yeah, how did it happen? Oh, you don't remember, huh? You just don't remember?
No, I mean, I always did. I think it was when I was ditching so much, and then when I got caught. When
Oh,
we
you did
got
get caught.
when we got caught, um, I don't know why we got caught. I think we got caught because I don't know, we were stupid, and we were gonna go back. I guess we were trying to go back into the school, or we were like around there, and cops caught us and shit.
hmm They
And
gave
I
you a
think,
ditching ticket?
yeah, they gave me a ditching ticket, and I had to
Oh,
go to
you did.
court, and yeah, and I went to court and stuff like that. I think it was after that, and then going back to school, and then kind of just like I didn't, I couldn't, I felt like I couldn't do it anymore, and then I think I got suspended for that too, or I don't remember. And I remember just sitting in the dean's office. I don't remember whose dean's office or counseling office. I don't know. And they asked me like, "Hey, if you don't want to, do you want to continue coming to school or what?" And I didn't. I remember just like having my head down, and I was just like, "I don't want to do this anymore. I can't."
No shit.
Yeah, I think I said like I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go to school anymore. And then I tried homeschooling. Remember opportunities for youth?
Yeah, I do remember you did that a little bit after.
Yeah, I did that, and then when it came to like, I guess, learning new shit and stuff like that, I guess my brain didn't process it right or whatever, and I stopped going to that too. And it was just, didn't go, just, I don't
But
know.
what was going on? Were you like were you distracted? What was going on? I
I think.
remember I remember walking home one day.
Hmm.
We were walking down Lower Canyon. We were actually around the Paxton area.
Yeah.
And then I remember you were saying like, yeah, fool, I can't learn anymore. And I'm like, what? And like, fool, I can't learn anymore. Like I'm just nothing sticks anymore.
Hmm.
I'm tapped out. And I'm like, fool, you can't tap out. There's no way you're tapping out.
Yeah.
He's like, you're like, nah, bro, I can't. Like, I don't want to come here no more. And then I remember you sharing some things around like, yeah, if I just feel like nobody likes me and shit.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I remember that's the first time you telling me that we're walking. Remember us
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah. We were walking.
And then you're just like, yeah, if I just feel like no one's down with me like that, no one likes me and shit, dog. And I just don't want to fucking come here no more. And I was like, fuck, we're in 10th grade, dog.
Yeah, it was 10th grade.
You dropped out 10th grade, fool.
Hmm.
The end of 10th grade. I remember it was like the end of 10th grade,
Yeah, it was the end of
right?
10th grade. Yes, because I think I was gonna repeat 10th. Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna repeat 10th grade.
And you were just like, yeah, bro, I just don't. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that talk, I think that's when you probably got caught ditching.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that
that kind of,
and it just went
yeah,
downhill
that
from there.
spiraled into like you just never coming back anymore.
Hmm.
But I didn't know that you got pulled up into the dean's office and they asked you all that.
Yeah, I don't remember how it happened. I know it was after I got caught ditching, but I don't remember how it happened of me like going to the dean's office and all that. And then I briefly, I don't know, I think I just pushed it away,
Yeah,
the
I remember
memories
just
and
like
stuff.
I was like, "Fool, just come back." You're like, "Fool, I can't come back. I'm gonna come back as a 10th grader. You're already 11th grade."
And I think that was too. It was like if I come back, I'm not graduating with them. I'm gonna, and it was also like insecurities, like oh, I'm gonna be made fun of even more because I'm not,
Because I'm
I'm
repeating and
because
all
I'm
that.
repeating and stuff like that. And I remember we would clown about that. We would joke around about that, like oh, 10R, triple R, whatever the fuck. But
Yeah,
that stuck with me. That was like fuck. I don't want to be like that and then get made fun of even more. Like oh, you stupid fuck. You can't fucking move on, and we're all moving on.
yeah, yeah,
So that just all that just like bottle, hit me all at once, and I was like, I'm tapped out. I can't do it. I regret it, bro. I honestly do regret it because
yeah. No, it
no,
sucks too, dog.
the
Because
shit that
fucking
yeah,
11th grade. I mean, the whole high school experience was cool and shit, dog. I remember ninth and 10th grade. It was me and you, and we were just bouncing around. We were active, homie. We were prowling.
yeah,
I remember kicking it like in a group of 11th grade girls. We were kicking it with them for a minute.
mm-hmm,
Um, I just remember we were active though. We were having a good old time and shit. I mean, we just knew a gang of people, bro, and we were bouncing around and shit, right? And then I kind of
yeah,
remember just a lot of bullshit happening with you and fucking that whole ditching thing, and then starting to miss. And then were you around when we started kicking it at the corner table?
yeah.
You were already kicking it with us at that round table
I was there. Yeah, the corner table, and then the was it
with
the
Toy
corner?
and them, right?
Yeah,
And then you left a little bit after that, right?
and I left a little bit after that. Yeah, because
Yeah, bro.
we went from the benches right there in front of by the 200s,
Right.
and then we were kind of moving towards the corner tables. I
Hmm.
remember that, and then yeah, right after the corner tables is when I left.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember you after that.
Yeah,
But
and then
I remember I was like, damn, where'd my homie at? Like, fuck, this fool's
yeah,
gone. I remember asking me, like, people were asking me. I remember the homie Gabriel, rest in peace.
yeah, rest in
I
peace.
remember him asking me, like, what's up with Jay? And I was like, fool, I think that fool really dropped out, dog. And that fool was like, fucking dumbass. I was like, I know, dog. Like, I try, but nah. And then, uh, what's the
What's
update on the
on the
shooter?
shooter?
Dead, dog. He died.
He died. Yeah,
Um,
that's the update.
Yeah, bro. I remember. I just remember 11th grade, fool, when it really started getting active and it started really getting popped up. Fool, I remember getting my license,
Yeah,
and I remember getting my license, and I was like, damn, man, like this was not even with me and shit, you know?
yeah, and then you know how? Oh, dead. That's annoying.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, I don't know why would you say that's annoying. Anyways, you know also too what? Sad how these guys are so weak.
Yeah, I mean, they're mentally weak, bro. They're
Mm-hmm.
mental.
But you know what sucked too, and because remember after school, I would always go up. I would be right there by the gate,
Hmm.
and I would always wait for you or like or
Hmm.
and that sucked too because I was like, damn, I'm back here, and then like you guys are just talking about like what happened at school, and I'm just like, oh, what happened, guys?
When
Like all the like after I dropped out,
you were still going back to school?
like I would just go to like right there at the gate because remember sometimes you would be like, hey, meet me at the gate because we were gonna go somewhere. I don't know, I don't remember where, either to
Yeah, I
Paxton
remember.
or back to your
Yeah,
pad or
yeah,
something
yeah. I
like that.
remember trying to involve you in a lot of things because I was like, this fool, maybe if this fool notices that he's missing out on some shit, he'll come back, you know.
Yeah,
And I remember like trying to involve you. You know, for sure I always try to keep you around, bro, because I knew I was like, this was gonna experience, like he's gonna miss an experience, bro. He's gonna miss the experience, that we're all experiencing right now. And fool, it was the active fucking period, dog. Like it was just I remember thinking like, damn, this was not gonna experience homecoming anymore. He's not gonna experience junior prom. He's not gonna experience prom. He's not gonna
Prom.
experience
Yeah.
all this, all this shit. And on top of that, we had all this chill boy shit cracking at that time. You didn't get to experience none of that shit like firsthand. You know,
No, not really.
you
Just
came
when we would go to the games. That's it. That's
and
all I got to
we
experience.
would go to parties and shit. And I'll be like, hey, get ready because I'm gonna go do this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I remember seeing that, bro. And I remember years, bro. I remember years later, and like I remember just thinking, and I was like, what drove this fool just to just say fuck it, I'm out, you know? And I was like, I remember going back to that conversation when we were walking home,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember like thinking about that conversation. I was like, damn, like did this fool really get bullied that bad that fucking he decided to drop out? You know, because I do remember you saying like, "Oh, I can't retain any more information." I was like, "Well, that's some bullshit." Like, just you're distracting. What's distracting you? Who the fuck knows? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, dog, I was always meant to talk to you about that. I always wanted to see what the fuck was going on, or
Yeah. Yeah. It was wasn't able to process stuff. Was my ADHD. It was. I just didn't want to repeat and then get felt like I was gonna get made fun of even more. Because I was repeating and
yeah, I remember us telling you
stuff
that, like,
like
fool, you
that.
could still catch up. You could still catch up. Like, don't trip. I think, fool, I don't really remember. I think I might have been like a 9R for like a week.
You were a 9R for a week. I
I
remember that.
think so, right? I
Yes.
remember starting like 10th grade and they put me in a ninth grade homeroom. And I was like, what the fuck? And like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're a 9R. I was like, fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what am I missing? And fucking, I remember he's probably gone now, bro. If he is, it's hard to hear that. But Mr. Green, the counselor,
Oh yeah.
I remember walking into his office and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then he was just like, what? And I was like, fool, what's up? And then he looked and he's like, oh, yeah, you went to summer school. We haven't processed that class yet. I was like, bitch, you better process that shit fast.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, remember we would go to summer school and shit? Summer school was cool too. I remember we were taking
Yeah.
math and shit.
That was cool.
And yeah, bro, I remember he was like, yeah, you want to, okay, cool. And then they moved me real quick. I was like, bitch. But fool, I remember just seeing that 9R on my
Mm-hmm.
fucking slip and I felt so embarrassed, dog.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
So embarrassed. And I was like, fuck this. I need to do anything that I need to do to just get the fuck out of this 9R shit like fast. And sure enough, in a week, I was like, fuck it. Peace out, you know?
And that's what I wish I could have done, but I don't know what it was that I don't know.
I remember
I hate it, dude. I hate it because it makes me feel it till this day. It makes me feel stupid sometimes
what?
because of that. Because like I could have just said like, you know what? No, I'm gonna bust my ass and try to get my shit together and get my shit done, and so I can move on and stuff and not drop out. But I didn't know that I had that ADHD. I didn't know I had that probably dyslexia or something of like not being able to process it. I didn't know. I didn't know about that stuff.
And you know you have that now?
I
Or
I
you.
I I think now that I'm just
Oh,
like
okay.
thinking
So you're
back
not,
about
no
it,
one's really diagnosed you like that.
no one, no, I haven't gotten diagnosed and stuff. I've been meaning to because I want to know what I have or what I don't have.
Hmm.
But now that I've learned more about those things, it makes me think, oh, maybe that's why. On top of the, didn't want to be made fun of and stuff and, bullied and stuff. But maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Maybe I just, and if I knew that, then I would have gone to like a counselor or somebody in the office and be like, hey, look, I have this. I don't want to drop out. What can you guys do? And I know they would have done something, helped me out in something.
I
But
mean, they try, bro. They asked. I guess they began by asking you, like, do you still
and
want to
I
be
just
here? And
said,
you're like,
yeah,
nah,
no.
nah, I don't want to be here. It's
But
like, fuck,
yeah.
that's crazy, dog. Yeah. I thought about that a lot too. I think about that, and I was like, what was going on? why, bro? Because it's just fucked up, dog. Just I remember thinking like, did this fool get bullied into fucking dropping out? Like, hopefully not, you know. But if it was, how bad was it?
It
I
wasn't
thought it
that
was
bad.
just fools clowning, right? I was like, was somebody really fucking with this fool? Was this fool
Hmm.
distracted? I was really, really dog. Real talk. I was really, really surprised that you never walked up to me and said like, I just got jumped into this fucking game. I was real surprised, bro. I was like, fuck, man. Like this was gonna
I
come one
think
day. It's gonna be like, I'm about to get jumped in, homie.
I think I never got jumped in. It's because your whole familia was fucking part of something, and they were at the school, and they were like, "Fuck that shit. He's hanging around Andy. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with him now."
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I think that's why, and that's why, bro. Like, I appreciate everything you've done for me and stuff in high school and all that. Not even just high school, middle school, and elementary.
yeah.
But oh my god, dude, if if you weren't around, fuck.
Who knows what
I
it could have came about it, huh?
and
Yeah,
I've thought about that. I've really
yeah.
thought
I
about
remember that shit. I remember fucking.
it. And now
Everyone asked me, how'd you meet Jay? I was like, man, let me tell you how I met Jay, bro. This
we saw
fool
this scrawny little skinny kid running around the fucking basketball courts in
running around the
elementary.
court, pobrecito, man, we're chasing him. And I was like, hey, back the fuck up. And ever since then, I was like, you know what, bro, just come kick it with me, homie. And then that was it
That was it.
until he left me in 10th grade.
I'm sorry.
I was like, fuck, my homie, he's gone. He's gone. He's not going to experience this.
No, I know,
Got
dude.
a fresh new.
I didn't experience prom because, well, one, I dropped out. Two, because I was at Earpad getting ready for the after party.
Did you go
Five,
to, did you ever go to a prom?
I went to a homecoming, not a prom.
You didn't go to the prom?
I didn't go to the prom. No, because I was getting the shit ready.
No, no,
I
no, no,
didn't
no.
go.
Did
Oh,
you
but
go
the
to your
a prom.
your uh your baby mother's 07?
Oh yeah, oh 07.
She didn't go to prom?
No, I want to wait. I think she did.
You didn't go.
No.
You guys weren't, or you whatever. You guys just
Yeah,
didn't go.
yeah.
You didn't go.
No, no.
Oh fuck, dog! I thought you had
So
gone to that prom.
no, no, I don't know. I didn't go to a prom. The only thing I went was the homecoming. I didn't go to prom. I didn't experience grad night.
Grand night, yeah,
I
dog.
didn't
You didn't get
experience
into
I didn't experience grad night. I didn't
graduation, pa acabarla.
graduation. Pacabala, you know? Like fuck. Like my closest thing to grad night was working at Six Flags for grad night.
Oh, full high school grad night was not Six Flags.
No, I know it was at Disneyland. I
High
know
school
that.
grad night was Disneyland, and goddamn,
I know.
that
I
shit
heard.
was fucking crazy, dog. Oh
I
my
fucking
god,
heard. I heard.
I loved it.
So yeah.
Yeah, bro. And trust me, dog. I experienced that shit with you in the back of my mind, homie. I was like, fuck, I wish homie like my homie Jay could have been here to experience this shit.
I know.
I remember fucking. I remember us kicking it for prom for our prom
Hmm.
for our prom. Where were you for our prom?
For our prom, I was at your house setting up.
No, that wasn't my prom.
That wasn't your prom?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it?
No, no, that was '07's prom. Because I went to
Really?
'07 prom too, and that was the fight, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was the '07 where I was like, "Hey, fool, go to the pad." Because my parents had just gone to fucking Mexico that day, and then I
Oh.
was at prom, and then some random. Oh, actually, the homie George fucking hit me up at prom, and he's like, "Your house after?" And I was like, "100%." And I remember right there
Ah.
and then I hit you up, and I was like, "Go to my house. You know where the fuck? You know what's up? Go set up the DJ. Go turn on the TVs. It's already paid for. Go for it."
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I
And you're
remember
like, "All
that
right,
because
cool."
I ran to your house. I was like,
Where were you?
I was at my house.
Did you run to my house?
Yeah, I was at my house.
You didn't catch a ride, nothing?
I don't I don't think so. Well, I mean, come on, dude. I lived like right fucking there. It was
Still,
nothing.
fool. That's like at least a solid half a mile.
So what?
I think I do remember you running, dog. I think I do remember you like, fool. I drove. I mean, I fucking walked over here or I
Yeah,
ran
I
over here,
walked it, ran it. Yeah, I did. There was
and I
something like
remember,
that.
yeah, I remember getting there after, and it was on
And
and popping, dog. We had a party and shit.
yeah. Oh
But for our
six.
prom, where were you for our prom? Ya no
I
me
don't
acuerdo, huh?
know. Ya no me acuerdo, no.
Yeah, I
But
don't remember, dog. I really don't remember too much of my prom either.
mm.
I just
So
remembered
I get confused, and then the day you guys went to prom, where it was '07's prom then.
'06 is the year that all of us went the home. I mean, obviously it was our prom.
Yeah.
So we got a limo or a party
Uh-huh.
bus. One of the two. We
Yeah.
got something and we took it from the homie's house to prom.
Uh-huh.
And then on the way back, we got fucking pulled over because the limo was on a carpool lane and the cop didn't think he had passengers. So he pulls him over and fucking we're like,
Mhm.
"What's cracking?" I was like, "Oh shit, you do have passengers." He lets him go, and I don't remember much about after.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I don't know if we went to a party. I don't know if I dropped my date off. I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I don't remember. I get confused with those two,
I
with
remember doing.
'06
I
and
remember
'07.
doing all kinds of shit. I remember being at a party. I just don't remember if I was there all night. I don't. I just don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
Um, and that was just with all the homies, right? And then '07
Yeah.
came around, and myself and my compa went to
Mm.
that prom,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, I specifically remember that shit. Like the homie walking up, he's like, "Your house after," and our big fucking shot was like, "Yes, okay, cool, for sure, come through.
Yeah.
Don't it'll be already." And I still remember leaving prom, and we might have been the last ones to leave prom.
Oh, okay.
I remember leaving prom, and when I got to my house, there was already people there.
Yeah, because they got there before you and they were asking. Because I think I called you
Yeah,
and I
where
was
you
like,
at? On the
yeah, I was
way.
like,
He's like,
hey, where
"There's
you
people
at?
here already."
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, there's people here already. He goes, oh shit, all right then.
I was like, spin the ones and twos, homie. And you're like, okay, cool. And then, yeah, I remember getting to to my parents' house.
Uh huh.
And I remember that shit just popping off, homie. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, cool. And it was just, I threw '07's after party.
Yeah,
But yeah, dog, good times and shit.
real good times.
But it was, again, bro, still let's not move past what happened today and shit.
Yeah,
It's a fucked up situation, bro. I'm sorry that you can't even feel safe to send your kids to school.
yeah.
Um,
I texted Destin and I was like, please be careful when you go to school from now on because yeah, you never know.
Yeah, bro. Unfortunately, this won't be the last one.
That's what
Um,
sucks. It's like you
it's
want to
crazy,
say
right? That we
you
have to
yeah
say
you,
shit like that.
we have to say shit like that. Like it's
Like
not
the
going to be
sad
the last
reality
one.
is, like it probably won't be the last one.
No.
Um, we hope it will be. I hope there this, maybe this is the one that sparks the change and we start seeing different things come about it. But yeah, bro, this is something that is a sad day today. It's fucked up. You got
Yeah.
children, dog,
Hmm.
kids who will never. Me and you are talking about things that you missed out, right? And those kids will never miss. They'll never experience that either.
They're not going to experience middle school, high
They're not gonna
school,
experience middle school. They're not gonna experience high school
and,
graduations, proms.
and it's
So
sad.
you're feeling like that because you left school. You know,
Yeah.
sad reality is there's children tonight that are never gonna experience that again. That's the fucked up part about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's true.
So thoughts and prayers to families. Sucks.
It really does.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. I don't know. I like I I want to. Yeah, we're gonna have to end it there, guys. Um, we got it was pretty long episode. We got into just that we had plans to talk about other stuff. My wedding, my up,
Yeah,
coming up and stuff. But I heard about this and really wanted to talk about it and get everybody's opinion on it and get your opinion on it. My
still,
next,
what are your guys' opinions on it?
yeah, we
What do
still
you
want to hear about it.
suggest?
Let us know.
What are you does this change the way you do things? What do you think about if you have kids? What do you think about when you send your kids to school? Does that even cross your mind? What do you do to keep them safe? What do you think should be done, man? What should we do? Our children can't even be safe anymore. So, let us know what you think or what we should do. If you say gun control, how do we control guns? How do we what do you know? What do you suggest? What are your ideas? And we'll talk about it a little bit more and shit because this shit needs to be talked about more.
Yeah, for real. Let us know on our Instagram page, Spin Raw Podcast. Follow each one of us on our Instagram. Reflex at your Instagram.
Hmm?
What's your Instagram again?
Oh, it's
So everybody.
reflex underscore chia, CHEA.
Yeah, and then follow. You can follow me on underscore jmerk17. That's my personal Instagram page. You can also follow me on my photography page, Gimbal Visions. But I'm focusing more on my personal page. So underscore jmerk17. Uh, Follow me. Let us know what are your opinions on what happened today and what should happen now moving forward. Follow us on all three of our pages. Uh, Let us know here in the comments as well. Like Flex said, we're definitely going to be talking about this from now on, and continue talking about this because this is a big topic and a very serious one. So yeah, guys, continue to tune in to the Spin Raw podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's episode. Really much appreciate it. We'll continue talking about it next week, but also talk about the other things that we wanted to get to. Um, but like Flex said, thoughts and prayers to all the families over there. Sad day, and hopefully we can move forward and stuff can change. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been I've been Jay Hype. This is Reflex. We are your hosts for the Spin Raw podcast, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time, same place. Peace out.
Peace.